Welcome to my channel to everyone who's new here, and of course to those of you who are back again, great to have you here. In this video we are going to talk about Render, TAO, Kaspa and ONDO. Things remain exciting, so make sure to watch until the end. So it's getting late, so it's after midnight for me, so I'm going to be quick today. So Render, oversold area. So I can expect a bounce pretty soon. But then we have to see that this is not just going to be a cooldown of the RSI. Afterwards, we are going to get a higher low in the chart, in the RSI, which is going to form a bullish divergence. Why that? Because we can expect a lower low in the chart. So we have lower lows in the chart, higher lows in the RSI, bullish divergence. And then I want to see some kind of chart pattern which breaks to the upside. So far, we have said here this might be a rising wedge, but this rising wedge already got invalidated once we broke here to the upside. So basically I can delete this one out of the chart. This one didn't even get activated, but I would still stick to the $3.90. If they break to the downside, then we have an head and shoulders formatation with two identical shoulders, the left one and the right one. So from the length they are identical, and in the middle we have the head. If that breaks to the downside, $3.90, then the area between $3.47 to $3.38 is going to get very interesting. There we have fair value gaps. We also have fair value gaps lower than that price area, but that's also going to be the target of the head and shoulders formatation if we just take the length of one shoulder. So this is not the most bearish scenario. The most bearish scenario would be taking the whole head. That would get us down, I think, maybe down here, $3.16. So we have to see. What about TAO? TAO is the same. Oversold can also build up a bullish divergence, means we just get a bounce and afterwards still sell off. The only difference for TAO is that it already looks like that we are going to break to the downside. Head and shoulders formatation. The only issue which I see right now is, where do I put the support? So $4.04 is for me the support, the key level. If it breaks to the downside, then we should see lower prices. So far we didn't get a candle close lower than the $404.70, like this. But also you can see that there are also some wicks lower than that. So basically it can just take a bit more time, but you can see it here. If we break them to the downside and those ones too, then it's pretty clear that this pattern got activated. And the price target is going to be the area between $303 and $364, where we have one huge fair value gap. In the 4-hour chart you can see it. In the 8-hour chart you can see two big fair value gaps. So basically we should go there once the $404.70 breaks to the downside. If we for some reason break the $436.50 to the upside, then we can expect prices getting up to $470 to $475. So let's move on to Kaspa. Kaspa did here at 10 cents a breakout. Target was the 10.6 cents. We went there, but we didn't break the 10.6 cents to the upside. So basically, since we also lost the 10 cents again, the target is going to be the 9.3 cents to 9.2 cents. And if we lose the 9.2 cents to the downside, then we can think about lower prices, because you can see it here. We have a huge fair value gap. We have here a fair value gap. And we also have another fair value gap right here. So where should we go? We have to see it. We have to measure it in the future. So if for some reason the 10.6 cents breaks to the upside, then 11.6 cents is going to be the next target. But I doubt it that we are going to get there. I think we are going to sell off first. like not in this exact order, but like this maybe, building a bullish divergence. And afterwards we can see if the 10 cents breaks to the upside again. Then we can enter another long trade into 10.6 cents. If that also breaks to the upside, then we can actually get into our target of 11.6 cents or even 12.28 cents. So what about ONDO? The chart pattern of ONDO, this rising wedge, got actually invalidated. We broke it to the downside, but we still got a higher high. And the thing is, for sure, I can extend this and we can say, okay, we got two different retests, which are perfect, but having a higher high, which is quite higher than this one right here, it's just an invalidation level. So I can take this one out. We still went into that target for some reason, but yeah, this got invalidated in my opinion. Also here, you can see it if you have saw the update about Sui, Avalanche, HBAR and Dogecoin. Sui, Avalanche, HBAR are currently within a rising wedge. Dogecoin, Randa, TAO, Kaspa and ONDO are within an head and shoulders formatation. So far, we didn't break to the downside. TAO is very, very close to it, to a breakout to the downside. The other coins are a bit far away. Also the same for those which are in the rising wedge, HBAR, Avalanche and Sui. So it looks scary because some coins I see have -9%, for example Sui, Randa has -6%, Kaspa has -7%. We are in cryptos, that's pretty normal. But once those head and shoulders formations and rising wedges breaks to the downside, then it's going to hurt. And what do I mean with that? 98.3 cents. Then this head and shoulders formatation should get activated and we should see the area between 85 cents to 78 cents again. So ONDO is -7% right now. If we break it here to the downside, then we can get another -13%, even -20%. And this can also just be the second retest of that falling wedge. And afterwards we can still seek for higher prices. $1.80 is the maximum target right now at the moment. And the target is ongoing. We broke the chart pattern here to the upside, got our retest. But this is it's a chart pattern on a bigger time frame. So basically it needs time until it gets there. It can take 1 month, it can even take 2-3 months. Anyway, we didn't break the $1.13.5 to the upside, so we couldn't increase our position size for ONDO or even get into a long position. So basically, I would look for the 98.33 cents if they break to the downside, short into this area right here, 85 cents, 78 cents. And once we get into the area 85 cents, 78 cents, I will look closely into bullish patterns like a falling wedge, like a double bottom pattern, like an inverted head and shoulders formatation. And then I'm going to trade it. I can also jump. If we get to 78.17 cents, I can jump into another long position or increase my position size for a long position, depending on if I have one or if I don't have one. So it's up to you if you want to use this support as entry or if you want to wait for bullish chart patterns which break to the upside. So you have less profits, but also less risk. Up to you. So with that said, I wish you a nice day and we see each other tomorrow.